Welcome back. I'm back too, believe it or not. I was gone all week, but you'd never know that because you don't follow my Instagram. Or maybe you do, I don't know. Today we're looking at Megalophobia. It's actually been a long time since we did this last. We're way overdue. Time to look at some big things. The reason why we're doing this is because I was on a cruise boat. Those things are huge. In fact, they show up a lot in these videos. So today, I have a little treat for you, and that is my own pictures of some cruise ships, in addition to whatever else we find on the subreddit. So let's just jump into it, shall we? I took this picture of a giant cruise ship from a giant cruise ship. Ever seen that before? Also, giant mountains in the background for bonus points. The picture, of course, doesn't do the scale very well, but this thing was huge. The ship I was on was massive, and then this one was somehow bigger, and there's actually another one parked off to the left. You can't see. Too big for me to fit into one picture. Actually, I lied. There it is. There's the other one. But it looks small in this picture. Here's the same view in video format. Yikes. You really can't get the scale how it was. I mean, you can tell these things are huge. And you can see it all from a hot tub. Isn't that nice? But yes, this was huge. And that's kind of why we're making this video, because big things have been on my mind. Coast of England. Man, that's a cool photo. This lighthouse is probably huge. These cliffs are just gargantuan. It's making me a little nervous how close some people are to them. I don't know if it's actually as close as it looks, but like, look at this guy. Looks like he's standing inches from the edge. Maybe this guy too. I feel like if I was gonna get that close to the edge, I would lay down and kind of crawl to the edge to look over. But I don't know, even just imagining that sounds like a bit too much. Classic, we've seen this one before, probably multiple times at this point. This is a famous tanker sinking off the coast of Brittany in 1978. I'm pronouncing it Brittany like it's like Brit and then like Tuscany, you know? I really want to pronounce it as Brittany. To me, that feels like naming a town Jessica, but you know what? We're gonna move on. What the hell is this? Underwater drone. Why does it gotta look like that? Also, what makes it a drone that it's just unmanned? I mean, that's kind of cool. It like looks kind of cool if it wasn't underwater, I think. You know how I am with the water stuff. I'm not loving this. Like if I saw this when I was swimming, I wouldn't be like, oh, don't worry, it's just a drone. I would go into cardiac arrest.
Imagine science imitating life. That's what our team is doing at Northrop Grumman, developing Manta Ray. A new type of unmanned underwater vehicle supporting a wide range of missions. Manta Ray is mastering the deep. That's defining possible.
Okay, I still don't really know anything about it, but we're gonna move on. It's an underwater unmanned vehicle and can do a variety of things. I mean, it's cool, I'm not knocking it. It's cool tech, but big and scary. I don't like it. Why's it gotta be the same color as sharks? What the hell is this? Oh, it's just 5 cranes. Okay, I mean, obviously I didn't think it was a giant robotic spider or something, but at first glance, I was concerned. That's kind of cool. I feel like when you're up on a crane working on something, it's probably pretty lonely usually, but this time they got 4 of their buddies up there with them. That's nice. The universe isn't that big. Oh, that's where you're wrong. I wonder if anyone's ever said the universe isn't that big. Yeah, it's not that big. What's this video from? Oh my gosh, these are all galaxies. Oh man, why the universe gotta be so big, you know what I mean? I feel like we get the idea. After a certain point, it just means nothing because it's so big that I just can't even wrap my brain around it. It seems too big, you know? We're not gonna get to see, like, any of it. There's like a bajillion planets, and we only get to see like a handful of them, you know? Like, is there a planet out there that's just made of fire? Is there a fire planet? Is there a lava planet? Is there a planet out there that's just entirely water that's being held together by a small core at the center? Is there a planet that has a small black hole in it that is crumbling in on itself slowly over time with a lava moon? Are there any double planets? You know, like when you get 2 gummy bears stuck together, are there any planets that are kind of like traveling together, you know, like twins, you could say? Is there a planet that's a big giant plant, and if you go inside of it, there's like anglerfish, and then you can go deeper, and then there's like more anglerfish? I'm just talking about a game called Outer Wilds right now. The universe is great. I think it's awesome. but it's like too big. It's like the Cheesecake Factory menu. It's like I'm never gonna try everything on this menu. You don't know what I mean? Well, look at this right here. Picture this, and then look at this. Okay, you see the similarity? You see what I'm getting at here? This is the Cheesecake Factory menu. You see what I mean? Like, you can even speed it up. Look at this. This is nonsense. I'm never gonna try. I don't even want to try all this stuff. I'm never ever going to. Oh my goodness. Is this a real thing? Oh my god. It's so high up in the air. Was that really the best way to do it? I guess it was for those mountains. Oh my, can you imagine being on that? Jeez, dude. Yeah, most difficult expressway ever to build. 1000% believe that. If you don't believe that, just look at this shot again. I don't know, man. I know that they obviously do the tests and they research to make sure it's doable and like safe before they build it. I very much assume and hope. But looking at this does not make me feel safe. These don't look particularly strong. They probably are, and there's enough of them. And again, they probably know that it is, but this does not look safe. This looks like a Hot Wheels track, doesn't it? I'm down to never do this, I think. I don't know why I'd ever be out for a little drive through the mountains in China, so I'm not super worried about that. But look at this one. This one down here looks like a nightmare as well, but it looks like absolute nothing to this one. This is like a sidewalk compared to this one. Oh, you're scared being 100 feet up? Try 100 miles up. That's insane. Yeah, my top question was this. I was wondering how it would survive an earthquake, but a quick Google search showed that it was near the epicenter of a 6.8 magnitude earthquake in 2022 and suffered no damage. According to the comments, they didn't even stop the traffic. That's actually crazy. That they made that. It's really cool because otherwise you probably couldn't get through these mountains without it being a huge, triple the time or more zigzag through the mountains on like sketchy roads. This you can just, you're like taking the freeway, you know? Yeah, I'm just gonna swing through the Himalayas real quick to get some milk from the grocery store because we're all out. So the top is a computer render and the bottom one is actual footage of like an ocean cleanup. Whoa. This is cool. I mean, a little freaky because it's all like giant things underwater, but they got way more garbage in the rendering though. The real scary big thing is this big pile of garbage they got just from running a net through the ocean, like on the surface. But hey, that's cool. I like that. That's awesome. Keep at it. Now all we gotta do is stop putting the garbage in the ocean. And then we'll really be doing something. Volcanic eruption in Indonesia. Oh my gosh. The dog's like, why aren't we running? I feel like at this distance you're probably actually safe, right? But you just have this insane view just across the water there. It doesn't seem like it's moving that much at this point. But that would be so scary to see. I mean, chances are you'd get some ash and stuff. That's ridiculous. We don't even get to see the top of it in this video. You know, he's just kind of panning back and forth over the front of it. But it looks like it keeps going upwards. Like, how tall was this thing? Too tall, I think. A church in Mexico claims to have the tallest baby Jesus statue in the world. Also the inspiration for the hit anime series Attack on Titan. I made that last part up, but this is pretty scary. I don't know why you would feel inclined to make this. It's like, yeah, we got the tallest baby Jesus statue in the world. It's like, okay, good for you. Also, why'd you give him like a man's face and like a receding hairline as a baby? This probably took months to make. Kind of funny to give him like the long kind of classic Jesus hair as a baby. Yeah, pretty scary. Imagine you walk across the room and its head follows you. Imagine that. The Pacific Ocean. Yikes. That's big. The monster from the Cloverfield Paradox movie. Oh yeah, I remember this. The movie kind of sucked, but monster big. Big angry guy. The second largest flying creature ever. Jeez Louise, can you imagine? Can you imagine? I can imagine. I don't like what I see though when I imagine. I don't know if this happens to you guys, but you know when you're sitting at home and like a plane flies right in front of the sun just for a second? So you're in the shade for like a split second, you know, and you're like, oh, man, what are the chances a plane just flew right in front of the sun just to block it from just me just now? Imagine you're just outside enjoying a nice sunny day and suddenly you're in the shade and you look up to see the shape of a terrifying dinosaur dragon bird just swooping in on you like that? Like that? Yeah. Big Bird. NASA has released a mind-bending animation that lets you experience falling into a black hole. Thanks, NASA. Very cool. Thanks for making this. All right. Oh, interstellar music. Copyrighted. Here we go. Into the black hole. I can't tell if we're in it or out of it or all around it, but I think that's the point. I mean, that wasn't that bad compared to what I was expecting. It felt like it ended a little too soon, but it's kind of like the movie Interstellar, right? So weird how black holes exist. Just giant holes of gravity, basically, in space. Tons of videos today, dude. Man. He's like, me for real. Again, the universe is too big because we'll never get to do this. It doesn't even make sense. He like flew past a planet like it was small. Like you wouldn't fly past a planet like this unless he's going like stupid fast. He could be going stupid fast. I hadn't considered that. Man. After some digging, I'm like 99% sure it was this channel that made this. They got a channel with a bunch of different renders and sort of like almost tutorial looking stuff. So credit to them. Excellent work. Deepest pool in the world? No, thank you. I'm okay on that one. We've seen this before. I think we've seen videos of this one before. Disgusting, just how deep this is. And of course they had to put like ruins in there. Ruins? People always make fun of how I say that word. They had to put ruins in here, man. Oh, dude, I love this guy. Yeah, man. Oh my gosh, they're really at the edge. They're like overhanging too. Jeez. This guy's page on TikTok is called Mega American, but he does a bunch of videos like this where he just goes somewhere crazy and just films this exact video of him looking at it with some music. But I actually posted a video referencing that on my TikTok last week. I don't really post on TikTok, but I did. Twice, actually. Tokyo flood tunnels. Diabolical. It's just a lot of the same thing, and they all look stupid big. They look idiotic big, I might say. Dummy big. Absolute brain dead big. Yeah, it would be a cool sight to see. Also, imagine the echo in here. Imagine sneezing in here and everyone saying bless you all at once in Japanese. Ball's Pyramid is a volcano in Australia. Imagine falling off a boat and swimming towards it in the distance. I know what that would look like. It looks like when you swim towards the mountain in Subnautica. Same exact thing. And let me tell you, it's terrifying because it's so steep you can't get onto it. So you're just stuck next to a giant rock wall in the water. And if a Reaper Leviathan comes up on you to eat you, you got nowhere to go. You just die. But yeah, this is crazy. It's just like a spike in the middle of the ocean. And it's called Ball's Pyramid. The A23A, cool name, iceberg weighing 100 billion tons, 3 times bigger than New York. Like the state or the city? Because that's a tremendous difference. I'm gonna say the city, obviously. Where has this been? Why haven't I ever heard of this? But we should probably delete this picture because people will use this as proof of the ice wall. Although I think the ice wall is supposed to be like way bigger. Taller, maybe? I want to go on this. I'm not joking around. This would be crazy to be on. Actually, it would just feel like being on land after a point, wouldn't it? Maybe I don't want to be on this. Gosh, can you imagine being under this? Oh, man. Cologne Cathedral, Germany. Absolutely incredible. This is so, it's like it's big, but it's so detailed to where it feels even bigger. It's like they went a little overkill, you know? I think the church had a little too much money if you're out here building like vampire fortresses, you know? Is this China again? I think it is. I feel like this is crazy, but seeing it after the floating freeway one, oh, big mountains, that's cool. But we just saw a flying road through mountains, so this is like not that interesting. But jokes aside, this is huge. I imagine this is just, I almost said stupid big again, I'm sorry. This is probably colossal. What am I looking at here? Whoa, big thing. Why do the videos cut off like that? Jeez, that's a movie moment right there. It just looks like a windy night, you know, obviously pretty stormy, but then reveal the gigantic tornado. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Excellent video. Is there sound for that?
It's right there, look at it. See?
Oh, okay, that's better with sound. The cutoff scream at the end. Jeez, dude. Okay, we're gonna stop there. That was a good one. Some good content today. A lot of videos. I feel like videos do a better job. You know what they say? A picture's worth 1,000 words, but videos will make you cry. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I did take a lot of video on my cruise. I wanted to do a thalassophobia, fear of water type video. I have to go through my footage. I have a ton of it, but if I can put together a video, expect that in the next couple weeks. Sort of a hands-on GregBroDudeMan on a boat, finally, video. Speaking of which, thank you for everyone who watched my Japan video from last weekend. It was my worst performing video, I think, in the last 2 years, but I think that's just how it is, baby. That's the job. You do something crazy, you spend a bunch of time making a video, and then it's the lowest performing video ever, and that's just the nature of YouTube. That's why I'm doing Megalophobia for the 10th time. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it and feel like it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
It's right there. Look at it. See it? Yeah. Here. You will get that.